Well, hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading Channel, Charlie B. So, what am I up to today? Well, I'm not doing a what's for dinner, but what I am doing is I am canning some stuff, and I've got some pork roasts here that were given to me. They didn't have room in their freezer, so here I go. It's pretty nice size, so I'm going to be canning some meat. I've got two of them, and I am going to slice one, and I'm going to actually chop up the other one in smaller bite-sized pieces. So, okay, well, hang on and we'll get right to it. I'll show you in a minute. So this is the first tenderloin is. This is actually a pork tenderloin roast, I think is what this is referred to. Let me grab that. Yes, pork loin roast, boneless. Now, I've made these, and unfortunately, this cut of meat is dry. It's very boring in flavor. So I'm going to pressure can it, hoping to make it a juicier, more tasty, quick dinner option for me. I'm not going to put in spices, except for I am going to do a half a teaspoon of salt because I'm going to use wide mouth pint jars. And I'm going to do different things with this. And then I will add some more spices as I cook this to try to make it more flavorful and more liking to my family. So the grain of the meat runs, I'm guessing, kind of diagonal by the looks of this. And I'm going to slice it like this because I want to be able to cut it in smaller pieces. This is much easier to cut when it is not cooked, when it's raw. But this will be something different that I can put in my stores. And I'm going to try different recipes with it, which I'm sure you'll be hearing about them because I will also do them for what's for dinner. I have some already figured out, but I'm just going to go from there. So there's a little bit of fat on there, but that's all right. The fat will actually help add flavor to it. And I'm just going to cut these in 3 strips to make them more of a bite size. And with them being in pint jars, they'll end up being about 70 minutes in the pressure cooker. Now I have other ones in the freezer. And as I go to make them, I might go ahead and decide to smoke them or pressure can them also. But who knows? I'm going to try these two and see how it goes. So let me go ahead and get these guys all cut up. And we'll be back. Now, just because somebody in your family doesn't like this or your family doesn't like this, you can always use this for a trading or a barter item. You know, if things got bad and you had to do something with it. And believe me, if you're that hungry, you will eat it normally. So, I'm sure you've heard my daughter hates beans, but she said if it was a total grid down collapse, she would definitely eat her beans because she wasn't going to starve to death. But I've already got my jars washed. They're sitting in hot water along with the lids and the rings. And I'm going to also use the Tatler. So I have the rings, lids, and seals. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut you off so you don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble. And just remember, think about what's in your stores. And this is a prepping channel, so I'm helping you prep. And we'll be right back. So I've got these 7 right here in cubes, small cubes, more of a bite size. And these, I sliced them like fillets. Thin, but they should fry up nicely or brown nicely, depending on what I'm going to do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1/4 teaspoon of salt in each one of these jars. So, question, are you keeping salt on hand for your preps? I have my pink Himalayan that I use, but I also have some of the ones that are normal salts. I guess you'd say, not really normal. Chemically induced salts with the sodium chloride. You know, Morton's is one of them. I'm sure they make different ones. I use that very, very seldom, but sometimes I do. I mainly have that just to have, I'll be honest. There's no real good reason to have it, but it would be also a good bartering tool to have. Now, I am raw packing these, and of course, they're cold and they're raw. I'm not putting any water at all in them. They will cook in their own juices, and I am praying that they're going to be as nice and tender and juicy as I'm hoping. So with these, I am going to go ahead and wipe them again with some nice white vinegar. I just use usually the store-bought brand of the white vinegar. You can use whatever you want to. It's the distilled 5% acidity is what I use. This kind of helps cut any grease that might be on there, especially when I'm cooking meat. And today I'm going to be using mainly the ball lids and not as many as their Tatler. So I'm going to go ahead and put my ball lid here on. It has the seal, and this is the ring. So the seal and the lid is together, and the ball, you just tighten these. You just finger tight them just like this. And for the Tatler, we're going to have our seal, our lid, and our ring. I'm only going to do a couple of them. 2 to be honest, because if they don't seal, I can use them up. But there's the seal, and this is the lid, and this is the ring. Put the seal on the lid. Just put it on there like that. Now with the Tatler, you do not finger tight them until they actually come out and cool down. You just twist these on just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. I'm going to do another one with the Tatler, and then the other 5 is actually going to go with the ball. And then I'm going to put them in the pressure canner, and they will cook on 10 pounds of pressure for 70 minutes since this is pints. Okay? So, but we'll bring you back so you can see what's going on with them. Well, I processed these for 75 minutes. That seems to be the going rate for meat. So the 70 was not correct. Process it for 75 is according to the All-American Canner book. So these guys are still bubbling. They're very hot. Once they stop bubbling, it should take about 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and retighten the 2 Tatler. So they are finger tight and not just spinny tight. And these guys, I don't have to do anything to them. And they are bubbling. It smells really good. It did siphon a little bit because I could smell them. There is a little bit of oil and some of the oil, or a little bit of oil and some of the water in the bottom of the canner. I'm looking forward to trying these. We'll be back. Well, we are back. We have 9 cans, everything sealed, of our pork. It looks absolutely amazing. There is some fat on it, which is fine. It actually helps preserve it. Both of the Tatler sealed, which was awesome, and everything else does. So now remember, these were chunked up and cut in bite-sized pieces, and we had 2 that just had some sliced. So, well, there you have it. I will make sure I bring you in whenever I go to use this when I'm cooking something. Who knows? The sky's the limit, right? So, well, this is Charlie B signing out. And remember, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And check out some of my links in the description to help you maybe find a product that you need or want or like. So, well, this is Charlie B, again, signing out. Found my clicky.